make sure you're subscribed with notifications on.
One thing I've noticed people that's having problems with James Gunn's films is they're saying, "Oh, Gunn, I don't like his style, and he's goofy and wacky and things like that." And it's like, I get it. I mean, I have multiple platforms. I've been saying this for the last few years that I haven't been a fan of James Gunn's DC. I haven't been a fan of it. Granted, he's using D-list characters and things like that. But in the Suicide Squad, I mean, he had Harley Quinn. I didn't like how he fully used Harley Quinn. Her action sequence was pretty good in the Suicide Squad, but I didn't like how he handled Harley Quinn. And she's what people think of her as an A-lister, right? As far as DC character, she's probably more like a B-lister, but she's treated like she's an A-lister. But anyway, I didn't like how he handled a lot of it. But then on the other side, though I don't like the Suicide Squad film, it's not rewatchable for me. I've tried to rewatch it a couple of times. It just the story doesn't really hit for me. But he did handle characters like Bloodsport, the Ratcatcher 2, and even Polka Dot Man. He actually presented those characters with some cool moments. But then it just the tone and the film felt really over the top when I didn't think it needed to be. But James Gunn has his fans of that style. And then Peacemaker, I've said ad nauseum how I've been upset about Vigilante and creative choices with that. So, yeah, I can understand, now we're saying this is the big one, the Superman film. And, trust James Gunn? Well, no, I'm with the crowd on that saying, like, no, pump your brakes on just believe in everything James Gunn does. Because I haven't been a fan of some of this DC stuff. But I will say, though, with Superman, I've said before, I've been told about just what Gunn's really going for with this film. And he is going for Superman purists. He is going to bring the feels. He wants to bring that hope and joy and things like that. And one thing I got to admit, James Gunn has his audience. General audiences love James Gunn's films. I know a lot of people bring up the Suicide Squad and the circumstances of that. And I'm just saying overall, going off Guardians 3, even Guardians 2, though I don't think that was a strong entry. James Gunn has shown that he can reach the general audience. Is it just a Marvel thing? That's what we're about to find out, right? Because that's what a lot of people are kind of holding on to, is that, well, Gunn only did, he only got that pop with Marvel, because it was with Marvel. Now, granted, Guardians 3 came out in a year where all the other Marvel films bombed. So I'm of the opinion to give people credit where it's due. And Guardians 3, it's actually a good film. I rewatched it recently. I tried to kind of clear my mind and be objective about it. And it's a good film. It's well put together. The story was great. Splicing in the flashbacks of Raccoon and everything. I'm actually giving him credit for that. Some people say, oh, well, Gunn, he's going to do potty humor and things like that. I didn't really see much of that in Guardians 3. So it's like, it's almost like you can't just use that as an excuse. I'd rather people just say, F James Gunn. I just don't like him personally. And then, you kind of just move on with your day. But to say you already know what's going to be in this film and he's going to do this, poop jokes and things like that. I mean, he's kind of already showed that he doesn't have to do that. So, and this is A-list. This is Superman. This is launching a DC world. I've also reported how David Zaslav, head of Warner Bros. Discovery, and his constituents, consultants, they are definitely keeping an eye on the developments of this film. So, Gunn can't just get all wild and crazy. And I've been saying this for a while. He can't just go full on, Suicide Squad Gunn. They're not going to even allow that for this film. So, just with those factors, because I'm just seeing different reasonings where it's like People have full trust in Gunn. It's like, let's see the product first. But then those who are already saying, he's going to have this in the film and this in the film, it's like, well, no, again, Guardians 3 really show Gunn can do some mature elements in films. And yes, he's going to have his humor. That's just kind of a part of him. So now, with that being said, we have some of the latest pictures on set where, yes, Superman is saving a squirrel, right? So all of a sudden, you're going to have the crowd. It's like, oh, Gunn's doing all this goofy stuff again. I can't take it. I saw someone in the comments, they were like hyperventilating. I really should start highlighting some of y'all comments in these videos because it's been some hilarious takes. I'll block your name out, but if y'all just see how people, both sides of this, it's, because I see myself sort of in the middle. And if you watch my podcast on Wednesdays with the Wednesday crew, yes, we have our biases, but, and different, there's different thoughts, but we're there for the conversation and we can agree to disagree. And, just seeing these two polar sides it's insane. But yeah, you got this squirrel, so people are automatically saying, "Oh, is this the Green Lantern, the chimp, Green Lantern?" I don't think so. I think, again, I had a report about, what Gunn is going for with this film, and he wants to show Superman, in touch with nature and people, and he's always going to take time to save people. Like you're going to, and now, granted, Zack Snyder showed this too, but I don't want to make this too much about comparing the two. This is its own film, James Gunn Superman film. I'm going to judge it off of just this film. Zack Snyder showed that, but let's kind of just make that its own conversation. And in this film, James Gunn, he's going to actively, again, show that Superman cares. He's going to kind of make it a point. Now, will he overdo it? Will he make it look corny? Well, it was cool the other day. We got some flying sequences where they kind of showed, how Corenswet is wired up. It seems like he's going to have that CGI cape going, when he's flying and landing, there in public square. So that's going to be cool. And again, Corenswet, I mean, like I said, he has a look. He does have a look as Superman. And I'm definitely going to, again, give credit where it's due. Corenswet is a great actor. This is, he's been doing a lot of low budget type films. This is his big break, right? This is his big break. And I really think he's going to do well. I actually think he's going to do well with that. But so, with the suit, a lot of people I'm seeing the discourse online, they're liking the battle damage in the suit. Like I'm seeing a lot of people liking that. So that is what it is, right? So you'll finally, I guess, get a film. If you were waiting to see battle damage on a Superman suit, you're about to get it full on. And I think that's literally foreshadowing that he's going to get another suit by the end of the film. I reported on this not too long ago that a lot of people was like, oh, this suit, it doesn't really look right, as baggy. I talked about that ad nauseum. I'm just thinking because of the material that Gunn is using for the Superman suit that it's going to somehow be smoothed out in post. I don't know. I just know MCU has done this with the Sam Wilson Captain America, where the Falcon, Captain Falcon, whatever he's, or his mask, like it really wasn't smooth on his face, like in real time, but they smoothed it out with CGI. So I mean, that's all I could think of with that. We've seen it done before. That's the point I'm trying to say.